Okay. Um, so the biggest reason I am turning this on is for some confirmations on some things that were once said. Back when my life really started going for me and Kelly first threw me out of the house before he died, and I was dealing with the spirit box, and I was listening quite heavily and consistently. Early on in one of my spirit box conversations, I was dealing with particular spirits that said that they were, workers of, I guess you could, might as well say Satan. And I remember a particular time to where you were going through certain things that certain individuals have done and kind of some of the penalties of things. And I remember one time you attempted to, and I got confused about certain things back when this first happened, but anyhow, it was my father, and you had brought my father up, and you were putting meat strips apparently on his face when you were bringing up thoughts that went back to something, and then spirits themselves made a comment and that I had never put the pieces together on this related issue. But anyhow, back when I was about 15 years old, I went in for a ear procedure. I believe I was about 15. I could have been between 13 and 15 years old. Anyhow, I went in, and when I came out of my anesthesia, I noticed that my underwear were on inside out and they were on backwards. Not only were they on inside out, but they were backwards, and I couldn't figure out why, for an ear procedure, would my underwear be on inside out and backwards. And I remember distinctively spirits bringing up my father and my uncle. And I guess it related back towards when that happened, it was him, which never really sat right within me, thinking that it was my father, let alone my uncle and my father. I don't even remember my uncle being anywhere around. But I don't even believe my biological father was around. So furthermore, that this just made more confusion, that couldn't have been my father when I remember that procedure. And I never did get to find out why my underwear were on inside out or backwards. But I never understood why you're constantly trying to get me to believe so much when it comes back down to certain things like that, to where there's just so much discrepancies and things that I was told that came through Spirit Box that doesn't help me want to continue on. Looking back now and seeing so many different discrepancies, I mean, none of this changes the fact that the existence of a God is real, but this does change a lot within my thoughts on many things, and it's one reason I struggle with trying to come out on certain aspects. But anyhow, I was wondering if you could bring some type of talk or confirmation or something about this topic, because it's going to weigh a lot about what I choose to do from here, because it's been crazy, it's been hell, it's been chaotic, some of the things I have gone through. But what I'm trying to figure out right now was, what was the point of all that back then? What really did happen that day? Can you help me understand what happened that day my underwear were inside out and backwards, let alone the conversations between us. I'm going to push and turn this on, allow you to talk, and when the feeling strikes me, I'm going to push stop. And depending upon what's said and if anything comes out, concerning anything I just talked about or not. So here we go. Let's jump into this concerning the conversation and topic about that procedure where I went in, and when I came out of anesthesia, underwear being on, inside out and backwards, as well as the earlier thoughts to leads to try to make me think things that don't add up. A lot of this has to do with some of the debates of going back and forth between truth and not truth, and answers and no answers. So what kind of answers can you give me concerning that? Okay, but that's not answering my question. And you want me to hurry up and do certain things, and it's like, none of this is helping me. I don't know. The more everything's going on, I honestly can say I'm losing faith in a lot of the stuff because, one, I'm not getting the answers towards the things I asked for. Two, you're constantly wanting to push me about hurrying up on stuff, but I don't get enough clarity to where I feel like I know the direction I'm supposed to go. And again, besides, it's getting off the fact and off the topic. I didn't get the answer I was looking for. Like, still, even now, you're talking about this stuff, but I don't know, I know there's truth to what you're saying and what comes through on the other end, but it's not helping me right now, let alone knowing what I'm supposed to technically actually do, let alone I can't even get a straight answer about some of the other confusion crap. And I don't know, it's like, it matters, it doesn't matter. What happens from here? It matters and doesn't matter if anyone knows. But I'm blocked on every account of everything I try to do. And this will probably be my last try if I even share this at all. So speak now or forever hold your peace, I suppose, as I'm getting closer to not doing anything.
Yeah, I want to talk
about the party and stuff like that, but you don't want to talk about what really happened to me that day. Why don't you try to do that? Can't you tell me especially at this moment right now. Answer the topic concerning what I've been talking about that day when I went in for that procedure. Why was my underwear on inside out and backwards? Well, considering the fact that you guys have said so much before concerning it, and now I can't get you to say really much of anything about it, really makes me wonder a lot. And just like, oh, there's only a couple days left, there's only a couple days left. Wait for this, wait for that, and do this and do that, and nothing and nothing and nothing. And I don't know. Maybe it's best everything's ruined. I mean, everything is ruined anyways. Yeah, last time I'm gonna push and I'm done. Well, there you go. I appreciate you taking the time to do this right now with me, and I will review. And with that in mind, peace out.